What's up, everybody? I'm Scottie Beam, and I am here with the dynamic duo D Mile and Lucky Daye. We are backyard again.
Backyard again.
Okay, we're at the backyard, and we're hanging out, chilling. We're gonna talk about algorithm.
Yep.
Okay, but first things first, I want to explain that you're responsible for most of the children that are walking around today because of your work that you've done.
Wow.
You know, in R&B. So we want to.
Thank you.
Commend you. And Lucky, you already know.
I know what it is.
People getting married. You understand? Making love with your music.
Making promises.
Making apologies.
Making apologies.
You hear me? All of that.
Tears.
Okay. I do want to talk about the inception of this album. Okay.
Yep.
When Lucky came to you, I'm assuming, did he come to you with an idea first?
How did it happen? I remember we were talking about getting together again, of course.
Mm-hmm. I mean, clearly.
There was a period of time where we didn't work for a while. We were kind of away, just not even on purpose. It just happened that way.
Right.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'll speak for myself. I was like, what are we gonna do next after after the last one, after Candy Drip? And I don't know, one day it kind of hit me. I started just having ideas in my head and all that stuff, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like I'm ready to get back in. So I actually reached out to him.
You reached out to Lucky.
I was like, yo, let's get back in.
I just be waiting.
Yeah.
You just be waiting.
Listen, if I want to put a song out every month. It's just something special about a moment, a relationship, and like, I don't know, it's like a magical thing between me and D-Mile when we work. So,
Right.
like, I be like, yo, but in the meantime, we always sending songs back and forth.
Right.
That never
Ideas.
stops.
That's true.
That
Yeah.
never
So
stops.
always swapping ideas.
Yeah.
Just,
like,
you know, y'all are each other's Pinterest board.
Yeah, you heard this song before?
Right.
Oh, you heard this intro? This intro crazy.
Right.
Got
what you
it.
listening to now, what you into, like, you know.
So what was the idea that you called Lucky about? So what was it?
It was really just kind of, I was starting to have, I guess, original ideas in my head. And there's one thing I started doing that I've never done before, really.
What's that?
I started making, like, just playlists.
Oh yeah, the playlist. What's funny is
Yeah.
I have 4 playlists of
Yeah.
every album. Actually 5, because I have
For
the
real?
next album playlist.
So you got the idea for the next
I've always made them, but we never shared them, right?
Yeah. So this is
We
the first
never
time
shared
I
it.
actually shared, like, yo, we need to
Yeah.
like, go here with it type
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
Okay, so what was on the playlist, please, now?
I can't remember now. We had like,
No.
It was
I
some
think we had
crazy
some
stuff.
Outkast in there.
It was some
Okay.
Tame
Not to say
Impala
like
in
any of
there.
it ended up being.
Okay.
There was some Lenny Kravitz in there.
Lenny Kravitz was in there.
It was a long playlist.
Yeah,
It was a long playlist.
it was
I
definitely.
love that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some old school, some new
It's
school.
really good. And I
Prince.
like playing, I mean, of course.
Prince was in there, yep.
Well, first of all, I can't curse, but I am a cursor, okay? But I love this album.
Man,
And I told Lucky before, and I said, I can see him so much clearer in this album.
yes.
You know he liked to hear that, right?
Because that's the
You know?
goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
But I just noticed a few things. One, the instruments. I feel like a lot of the times, I don't know if it's called a beat pack. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, yeah,
People
Beat pack.
use them beat packs and them
Yeah.
sample packs, and they
Right.
just go to town
Right.
and forget about instruments. Was that an intentional thing with this album?
Yeah, I feel like, for me personally, I think it's always intentional.
Okay.
But I guess it was extra intentional. I feel like this album, whatever we intended, especially for me, it was very intentional. So yeah,
Very.
Talk more on that. What do you mean, especially for you?
I honestly, even from the first project, I always had a feeling like at some point we're gonna have to get to this point.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Musically, sonically, where we just
You
kinda
see how
like-
long we had to hold our breath?
Right. I tried to like
It's
tease
crazy.
a couple of things on the second album, leaning towards where we're headed and all that stuff. And I just always saw it not just being in the category of just R&B. You know what I mean? I want to bend the categories. I felt like
Genre
it.
bending is
Yeah,
it for
and
me.
he is so talented
Yes.
to get.
We're the
me
last
like-
genre benders.
Yeah, I mean, I just had this plan for a while in my head, and just seeing and knowing Lucky for as long as I've known him,
Yeah.
I've heard stuff that he's done like that a lot of people don't know he can do.
For the final question, okay, I just want just a simple, what do you want listeners or people who've never listened to you to get from this album? Same thing for you, D.
Oh, we.
Man, I I just want them to openly accept this or take it in and then, listen to it a couple times and make sure y'all listen to it on loop so that way it loops back to the beginning too.
You know, all our albums did that. If you did not know, every album does that.
Yeah.
Loopy.
So do that and kind of just try to imagine where, like, see it through our eyes. Well, I want y'all to see it through your eyes, but try to imagine what we were thinking when we did this.
It's a place.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, like for me, I just want people to just take away happy, freedom, fierce,
Yes.
like confidence, courage, be themselves, fearlessness, and like embracing every part of themselves. Like for me, I just want
Breaking the algorithm.
Yeah, like break the algorithm, become the algorithm, expand the algorithm.
Exactly.
Like
that's the whole point behind that.
don't go against it. Like we are it, and it is us. And in order for us to continue to grow and like continue to build this thing, like we have to be each other and help each other. Like do that.
I love that. And keep an open mind, please. That's what I'm going to say
Big
about
open.
it. Big open. But if you love music, you're going to love this, honestly. Okay, again, I do not lie. All right?
You heard
Thank
the
you,
lady.
guys. Thank you, Lucky Daye.
Thank you
you,
so much.
D-Mine. Y'all are
Scottie.
incredible.
Scottie, beep, 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 beep.
All right?